Today we are going to learn about the Earth in the solar system. How wonderful it is to watch the sky after sunset. One would first notice one or two bright dots shining in the sky. Soon you would see the number increasing. You cannot count them anymore. The whole sky is filled with tiny shining objects. Some are bright, others are dim. It seems as if the sky is studded with diamonds. They all appear to be twinkling. But if you look at them carefully, you will notice that some of them do not twinkle as others do. They simply glow without any flicker, just as the moon shines. Along with these bright objects, you may also see the moon on most of the days. It may, however, appear at different times, in different shapes, and at different positions. You can see the full moon only once in about a month's time. It is full moon night or Purnima. A moon night or Amavasya is a night which comes after a fortnight, and you will not be able to see the moon at all on that day. That night is known as new moon night or Amavasya. On that night, you can watch the night sky best provided it is clear night. Do you wonder why can't we see the moon and all those bright tiny objects during the daytime? It is because the very bright light of the sun does not allow us to see all these bright objects of the night sky. The sun, the moon, and all those objects shining in the night sky, they are known as celestial bodies. Some celestial bodies are very big and hot. They are made up of gases. They have their own heat and light, which they emit in large amounts. These celestial bodies are called stars. So the celestial bodies that have their own heat and light are known as stars. And sun is a star because it has its own heat and light. Countless twinkling stars in the night sky are similar to sun, but we do not feel their heat or light, and they look so tiny because they are very far from us. You must have noticed that all objects look smaller when seen from a distance. If you have observed that an aeroplane looks very small when it is flying at a great height. While watching the night sky, you may notice various patterns formed by different groups of stars. These are called constellations. So, constellations are the patterns formed by different groups of stars. Ursa Major or Big Bear is one such constellation. One of the most easily recognizable constellation is Saptarishi, as you can see in this picture. Sapta means 7 and Rishi are sages. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 stars. It is a group of 7 stars that form a part of Ursa Major constellation. If you ask to your family or your neighbors, they will also help you in finding out the constellation in the night sky. And in the ancient times, people used to determine the direction during the night with the help of these stars. So, North Star, if you can see, this is the North Star. So, the North Star, it indicates the north direction, and it is also known as Pole Star. It always remains in the same position in the sky. So, with the help of this star, we can easily determine the north position with the help of North Star because it will always remain in the same position in the sky. So we can locate the position of the pole star with the help of this Saptarishi constellation. If you look at this picture, you will notice that if an imaginary line is drawn joining the pointer stars and extended further, it will point to pole star. So the celestial bodies that do not have their own heat and light, they are called planets. The word planet comes from the Greek word planetary, which means wanderers. The earth on which we live is a planet. It gets all its heat and light from the sun, which is the nearest star. So, which is the nearest star to earth? Sun is the nearest star. And why sun is called a star? Because it has its own heat and light. And if we look at the earth from the great distance, say the moon, it will appear to be shining just as the moon. The moon that we see in the sky is a satellite. It is a companion of our earth and it moves around it. Like our earth, there are 7 other planets that get heat and light from the sun, and some of them have their moons too. So the sun, the 8 planets, satellite, and some celestial bodies which are known as asteroids and meteoroids, they all form the part of a solar system. We often call it a solar family with the sun as its head. If you can see that sun is at the center of the solar system. So sun is the head of the family. And how many planets are there? There are total 8 planets of the solar system. And Earth is the 3rd planet in the solar system. If you look at the chart carefully, you will be able to find out that how many days each planet is taking to complete one orbit around the sun. The earth takes 365 days, so which is equivalent to one complete year. So in one complete year, the earth is able to complete the one orbit, means one circle around the sun, and one spin on its axis earth take 1 day, which completes the day and night. And how many moons are there on earth? There is only one moon. And some planets like Jupiter and Saturn, they have about 53 moons. Now let's learn about the interesting fact. Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus, they have rings around them. These are the belts of small debris, and these rings may be seen from the earth with the help of powerful telescopes. So the 3 planets that have ring around them are Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus. Now let's learn about the head of the solar family, which is the sun. The sun is at the center of the solar system, as you can see over here. It is huge and made of extremely hot gases. It provides the pulling force that binds the solar system. The sun is the ultimate source of heat and light for the solar system. But the tremendous heat is not felt so much by us because despite being our nearest star, it is far away from us. And do you know how far the sun is from the earth? The sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the earth. And Sol in Roman mythology is the sun god. And solar means which is related to sun. So the family of the sun is known as solar system because Sol is the sun god and solar is related to sun. So solar system. That means sun god system. Write down as many words using the solar on your own as you can write, like solar cooker, solar heater, solar panels. So whatever names you can get across with the help of solar, you try to write it down. Let's learn about the word origin. Many words which are used in language may have been taken from some other language, like geography. Geography is an English word and the origin of this word is Greek, which relates to the description of the earth. It is made of 2 Greek words, G meaning earth, and graphia. What is the meaning of graphia? It is writing. So if we say geology, geology means study of earth, geometry means measurement of earth, and geoid means resembling the shape or form of the earth. And do you know that humans have always been fascinated gazing at the night sky? And those who study the celestial bodies and their movement, they are known as astronomers. Aryabhatta was the most famous astronomer in the ancient India, And he said that the moon and the planets shine due to the reflective sunlight. Today, astronomers all over the world are busy exploring the universe. As we know that there are 8 planets in our solar system. So in order of their distance from the sun, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. An easy way to memorize the name of the planets in the order from the distance from the sun is: my very efficient mother just served us nuts. So if you take the first letter from each of these words, no, you will be able to write down the names of the planet in the order in which they are away from the sun. So all the 8 planets of the solar system, they move in a fixed path, and this fixed path is called the orbit in which they are moving around the sun. And this path is elongated. As you can see, it's an elliptical shape, so they are elongated. Orbits is a elongated shape. Mercury is nearest to sun. This is planet Mercury and this is the nearest planet to the sun, and it takes about 88 days to complete one round. So this is the orbit. So to complete one round from here to here, it takes 88 days. Venus is also considered as Earth's twin. Where is Venus? Venus is the second planet and it is known to be the Earth's twin. Why? Because its size and shape are very similar to the Earth, which is the third planet in our solar system. So till recent 2006 August, no, Pluto was also considered as a planet. However, in a meeting of the International Astronomical Unit, a decision was taken that Pluto, like all other celestial objects, is known to be dwarf planet, and because its size is very small. So dwarf means small, so it's a considered as dwarf planet, not as a planet. Now let's learn about our Earth. The Earth is the third nearest planet to the sun, and in size it is the fifth largest planet. In terms of size, Earth is at number 5, and in terms of the distance from the sun, it is the third planet. It is slightly flattened at the poles, as you can see over here. So that is why its shape is described as geoid. What is the meaning of geoid? Geoid means earth-like shape. So the shape of the earth is known as geoid. So Earth is the only planet on which the conditions are favorable to support life. Earth is neither too hot nor too cold, and it has water, air, which are very essential for our survival. The air has life supporting gases like oxygen, because we breathe in oxygen, no? So because of all these reasons, Earth is a unique planet in the solar system. So from the outer space, the Earth appears to be blue. Why? Because around 2/3 of the surface is covered with water, and that is why it is also known as blue planet. Now, do you know that light travels at the speed of 3 lakh kilometer per second? Yet, even with this much high speed, the light of the sun takes about 8 minutes and 19 seconds to reach us. Now, let's learn about moon. The moon is a satellite. What is a satellite? A satellite is a body that revolves around the planet, and as moon revolves around the planet Earth, that is why the natural satellite of the Earth is moon. Our Earth has only one satellite, that is the moon, and the diameter is only 1/4 of the Earth. This is the diameter. If we are joining this line to this line, this is called the diameter. So the diameter is 1/4, means 1/4 of the Earth, and it appears so big. Why is moon appearing to be big? Because it is nearer to our planet than other celestial bodies. It is about 3,84,400 kilometers away from us. Now you can compare the distance of the Earth from the sun and that from the moon. The moon moves around the earth in about 27 days. It takes exactly the same time to complete one spin. As a result, only one side of the moon is visible to us on the earth. So, how much time a moon takes to complete the one rotation? 27 days. So, a moon moves around the earth in 27 days, and this is the same time. In the same time, it is spinning also. That is why we can only see only the same side of the moon every time. The moon does not have conditions favorable for life. It has mountains, plains, depressions on its surface. These cast the shadow on the moon surface. Look at the moon, full moon, and observe the shadows. There are shadows. Now there are two types of satellites. Moon, we know that it's a natural satellite. Why? Because the celestial body that moves around the planet, and moon is moving around the planet Earth. So that is why it is called a satellite or a natural satellite. The another type of satellite is a human made satellite on an artificial body. It is designed by the scientist, as you can see in this picture. This is the artificial satellite. It who designs it? The scientists design it. And why are they designing it? To gather the information about the universe or for the communication purpose. So it is carried away by the rocket and placed in the orbit around the earth. So it starts moving around the earth to get or gather the information about the universe or for any communication purpose. And some of the Indian satellites which are already present in space are INSET, IRS, EduSat, etc. Now tell me, what do animals and plants require in order to grow and survive? So things which plants need is water, air, light, nutrients, and they need space to grow. And what do animals need? They need water, air, and food to survive. So all these things are present on our earth. So that is why plants, animals, and human beings are able to survive on the planet, and earth is the only planet where life is possible. Now let's learn about asteroids. These are the asteroids. What are asteroids? Apart from the stars, planet, and satellites, there are numerous tiny bodies which also move around the sun. As you can see in this picture, these bodies are called asteroids. This is the asteroid belt, this one. So they are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. The asteroid belt is between planet Mars and Jupiter, as you can see in this picture. So scientists are of the view that asteroids are parts of a planet which exploded many years back. So scientists believe that there might be a planet long back which exploded, and because of that this asteroid belt is created between Mars and Jupiter. The next one is meteoroids. The small pieces of the rocks which move around the sun are called meteoroids. As you can see in this picture, this is meteoroids. Sometimes these meteoroids come near to the earth and tend to drop on it. During this process, due to the friction with the air, they get heated up and burn. It causes a flash of light like this. So sometimes the meteors, without being completely burnt, they fall on our earth and they create a hollow like this. Do you see a whitish broad band like a white glowing path across the sky on a clear starry night? It is a cluster of million of stars. This band is known as Milky Way galaxy. And our solar system is a part of Milky Way galaxy. In ancient India, it was imagined to be the river of light flowing in the sky. Thus, it is named as Akash Ganga. A galaxy, what is a galaxy? A galaxy is a huge system of billions of stars and clouds of dust and gases. And in the universe, there are millions of such galaxies. and solar system is just a small part of this galaxy. So you are here, we all are here on earth, and earth is a part of solar system, and solar system is a part of which galaxy? Milky Way galaxy. And this Milky Way galaxy is a part of the universe in which there are millions of galaxies. Now, can you imagine how small you are in terms of the universe? Now, let's do some exercise. The planet which is known as the Earth twin is it Jupiter, Saturn or Venus? This is the second planet from the sun, that is Venus. Which is the third nearest planet to the sun? We know that it's a planet Earth. All planets move around the sun in a elongated path or a elliptical path. The pole star indicates the direction to the north. Asteroids are formed between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Next is a group of dash forming various patterns is called a dash. A group of stars forming various patterns is called a constellation. Example of constellation are Saptarishi, Ursa Major or Big Bear. A huge system of stars is called galaxy. Dash is the closest celestial body to our earth. Which is the closest celestial body to our earth? It's the moon. Dash is the third nearest planet to the sun. Which is the third nearest planet to the sun? It is the earth. Planets do not have their own dash and dash. Planets do not have their own heat and light. And stars have their own heat and light. So this was all about this chapter. In this chapter, we learned that we are a part of the universe in which there are millions of galaxies, and solar system is just a part of the Milky Way galaxy or the Akash Ganga, and the head of the solar system is the sun, and there are 8 planets in our solar system, and earth is the third nearest planet to the sun, and earth is the only planet on which life is possible. And constellations are the patterns of the stars that are formed in the sky, and sun, moon, celestial bodies, all the celestial bodies, they form the solar system. So this is all about this chapter. Just go through this chapter once and let me know in case of any doubts.